To Gordon. Green with the block. Holiday against Curry. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 6.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
The drive by Gordon. Here's Davis, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Curry against Holiday. From outside the arc, and again, Stephen Curry. He's got 9. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a 3. They set a franchise record in made 3s last year at 883 triples.
Incredible.
Wow.
I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Anthony Davis. From deep, and Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got 12.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
For the Warriors, guys, not only did they lead the league in three-point percentage, they also hit about 45% of their three-point attempts from the corner. That's the highest percentage 3 on the court.
Evans goes in, and it's sent back by Bogut. And it's the Warriors on the break. Curry leading the charge. Here's Evans. Here's Gordon. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashe. Anderson comes in for Anthony Davis. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. Cunningham, he's checked in for Eric Gordon.
Dante Cunningham.
Cunningham kicks to Pondexter. The shot misses, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
And so here is New Orleans after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Here's Cole. The kick out to Anderson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. I caught up with Coach Alvin Gentry. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris. Ajinça with the bucket. Ajinça's got his first bucket of the night.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Here's Azili. Here's Livingston. Rebound by Ajinça. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Here's Cole. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. New Orleans is still a relatively young team, but they play with the maturity, I think, Clark, that's beyond their years.
You know, Kevin, the average age for them last year was just over 25 years old, and the youngest team in the West, actually, to make it to the playoffs last year.
And for the Pelicans, part of why they look so mature is how they protect leads. I mean, rarely giving away points for free and knowing how to close out games.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Thompson, he's checked in for Spates. And Steph Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa.
You know, guys, the Pelicans only lost 5 games last year where they led going into the fourth quarter. They won 38 when entering the fourth quarter with the lead. That's very mature basketball for a team that's as young as they are.
Down low, here's Cole. Passes it to Cunningham. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Curry. He's got 15. The pass to Livingston. With 2 seconds left. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Livingston. And that's 17 points for Steph Curry. A free-flowing first quarter. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, like he do the one dribble pull-up. He like to do the one dribble, fade back off one leg. I haven't got there yet, but catching the ball at the elbow, catching the ball at the nail.
Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3, and it's Holiday in at the point. Now here is Holiday. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Ashik with a screen on Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Davis missing.
And really, I thought Anthony Davis a season ago just took the league by storm. I mean, jaw-dropping numbers. I think you could argue if the Pelicans' record had been a little better, he probably would have won the league MVP.
Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Evans. Second shot opportunity, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
Clark, he's checked in for Golden State. Here's Clark. Timeout called the Warriors. And back to Tyreek Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards, too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong, he's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened in on Alvin Gentry's huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through Anthony Davis. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Here's Holiday, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Here's Evans. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Evans has got 5.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Davis. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Now here's Curry. 21 points in the game. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
Holiday against Thompson. Feeds it to Evans. Fires for 3. Evans can't get that one to fall. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, those are good points. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Ashik, the pass to Holiday. And then Ashik with the dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And Holiday, here we go. They get the rebound, and it's sent back by Bogut. Curry against Holiday. Curry kicks to Barnes. Thompson inside the line. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Pelicans trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Ashik. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Ashik's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut, and it's Iguodala in for Barnes. The Pelicans also changing it up. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Usher, and it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Now here is Davis. He's got 10, and it's Evans missing. What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
And Steph Curry with the foul.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. New Orleans also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Davis. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Eric Gordon.
Warriors call a timeout. Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls. Timeout for Golden State.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. First free throw is good. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
From deep three-point range, Pelicans pull it in.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And it's Cole missing. Warriors leading by 10.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
And the basket by Curry.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Cunningham's shot is off. Warriors have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Curry wide open. Another three for Golden State.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part,
a dominating first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 34 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that's...
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Shot by Gordon, wide open. No good from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
On its way from Curry for 2, and it's Golden State with another.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. Tries it from the top of the key, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 44. And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Anthony Davis. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Curry against Holiday. Outside Curry. The shot. Again, Golden State.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
There's the dish to Ashe. Evans kicks to Holiday. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
Holiday against Curry. Cans it from downtown. Curry's got 49 points in the game. Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
Deflects the pass, and stolen by Gordon. Here's Holiday, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
And Curry, such a tremendous balance to his game. He can square up on a dime to knock down shots. I mean, that's a focus also of his strength. Doesn't do it with conventional pattern shooting drills. It's a lot of stuff to challenge his balance while he's on the move and shooting. And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
And Holiday, here we go. And Davis throws it down.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up. And for Steph Curry, to me, that balance is remarkable. I mean, it used to be customary beyond the arc to fake a defender into the air and then step into a mid-range two, but Curry has introduced that more efficient sidestep for the wide-open three.
Clock is at 3. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Some changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Well, last year the Pelicans were a team on the rise, making the playoffs, a solid season overall, especially on the road. Really, they sent notice by what they did away from New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, 17 road wins. I mean, you say to yourself, well, that doesn't sound great. But when you're a young, up-and-coming team, one of the things that you can really value is your ability to go into hostile environments and have success. They're going to be building on that confidence.
Dexter with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and the jam by Ajinça.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Here's Curry with the three. Good. Curry's got 58.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Cole, the pass to Anderson. No good off the front iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The Warriors shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Back to Curry. And it's Golden State with another.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity. Give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Cole dishes to Ajinça. And Steph Curry with the foul.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Brandon Rush. He's checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Curry. Now a timeout called by Golden State. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Being able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And, guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
And that's where the struggles have been, in the half court, Kevin. They just have not been able to execute.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open floor. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets. And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Here's Cole, guarded by Curry. It's Anderson with the drive, and an air ball on that one. Way off. And as we... Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Quincy Pondexter. Alexis Ajinça is out there with Cunningham. Then it's Alonzo G. And it's Cole in at the point guard position. And the Warriors with possession here.
Warriors call a timeout.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Stephen Curry is checked in for Ian Clark.
Stephen Curry.
Curry outside, and the shot is good.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by Golden State.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And it's Ajinça missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Spates kicks to Barbosa. Spates the pass to Ezeli. Fires it up. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Here's Cole, guarded by Curry. Here's Cunningham. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Here's Cole, guarded by Curry. Cole dishes to Ajinça. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Curry, good.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
And it's Cole missing. Here's Golden State now. They've got a 13-2 run going. And that one's good.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
For New Orleans, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. He kicks to Cunningham. Here's Ajinça. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Golden State's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Curry, good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Ajinça, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
There's the triple, and it's Curry again from deep.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
G passes to Cole. And yes, sir, that one drops. The Warriors have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. Outside Curry. From deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ajinsa's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Rush.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Some changes for Golden State. Clark, he's checked in for Barbosa. And it's Livingston in for Steph.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can... Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
and LeBron James, that would probably